Hi, Lalana. How are you? Oh, good. I'm making granny squares. Kind of worn down. Yeah. I used I used too many spoons last week, so I'll just try to be more careful this week. Hope you're doing well. You're working on a sweater for your daughter-in-law. Oh, cute. That's very nice of you. Did you see Teresa hit her 2,500? So proud of her. And she just texted me, what are the odds? It's okay if you tune in Monday. I think she's going to do a drawing for the little prize package she's been working on. So you haven't really missed anything. Yes, it's very exciting. Oh my, we have 11 friends. Come in and say hi. Hello, Dawn. I'm okay. What you working on? Oh, Teresa's asking me a crochet question. One moment, please. Let's see. I know that chart's in here somewhere. I just used it. Aha, there it is. I had to stoke the fire. It's chilly in here. About to finish my grandson's blanket and then spend 500 hours weaving in ends. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, I've been trying to eliminate the weaving in ends by just doing it every time I finish a square. So that's at least a few fewer ends to weave in. That's the plan anyway. At the moment, I am making a bunch of granny squares for a secret project. And before anyone asks, I know that Valentine's Day is coming, so you may think that it's all in these pinks and stuff because of Valentine's Day. Actually, it has nothing to do with that. It's pink for a very specific reason that has nothing to do with holidays. It just happened out that way. Man, I think I've gone live 3 times this week now. Whew. Hello, for the love of reading. I know you've told me your name before, I just can't remember. I'm sorry. Brittany, that's right. Yes. Hello, Brittany. I need a little book. Like, this person's real name is. I know there are a lot of other people live right now, so I really appreciate that y'all are here. First time I've ever made it for a live. Hello, Jen. Nice to see you. We are just crocheting and chatting. It's very chill. There's really no plan. My channel's pretty chill. Hi, Variety. Oh, you're a friend of Andy's. I recognize your name. Welcome, welcome. What did I do with that? There it is. And my fourth color is here. My 3-year-old is overtired and screaming a lot. I need to chill. Let's see. Well, in just a couple of weeks, I think. Let me look at my calendar. Okay, 3 weeks. I was off. In about 3 weeks, I'm going to be live every Tuesday night with Teresa at Critters Crochet. And it's going to be kind of like this, except I'll be another person. So if you like this vibe, you'll love that. Plus, when we get together, we can be very silly, and that's entertaining. Well, well. Speak of the lady now. Hey, Teresa. We were just talking about the lives for every Tuesday night that's going to start in February. You like the silly? we supply the silly quite easily. She makes me laugh. Me too. I've already got my uniform. PJs. If you haven't subscribed to Critters Crochet yet, please do. She's reached 2,500, but she's working on 3,000. She's got 2 crochet alongs going on right now, one for members and one for non-members. And if you become a member, I'm a member, you should be a member too. It's basically the price of a small cup of coffee every month. Or if you pay for the whole year, that's about like going out to eat one time. It's very nice. She's a lot of fun. Let's see. On Mondays, she tends to do stuff that's like what her weekend was like and what might be coming up that week. Tuesdays are kind of up in the air as well. And then, of course, starting in February, we'll be live every Tuesday night. And on Wednesday, she has Battle of the Stitches. And on Thursdays, she's doing this Sophie's Universe blanket with Sarah at One Hook, Two Hands, another channel you should check out. And on Fridays, it's kind of like fun Fridays. She just does whatever. And yeah, so please subscribe to Critters Crochet. At some point, oh, I don't have Nightbot hooked up. Oh, I'll drop the link. I'll find it. Now, what am I doing? I'm her moderator. I have it saved in the folder. Ugh, duh. Let's see. There it is. Ta-da! Oh, and yes, Andy the Crafty Witch. Her thing dropped as well. I guess Nightbot is hooked up. Oh well. Go subscribe to everybody. And if you would like to drop your own link, it's !spoon. Let's see. Lolana is working on the birthstone blanket. She needs 3 more squares. And Teresa is saying that she's waiting for more yarn because she ran out of yarn on her 4th square. So if you're doing the birthstone blanket, I guess you might need a little bit more yarn than you thought. Okay. participating in the crochet alongs, whereas like I might make one square for birthstone, but I'm doing the stuff for the membership. But I'm not actually making any blankets. I'm not. I like practicing stitches. It's a lot of fun. I like supporting my friends, but I'm not actually making anything with it. I'm just practicing. The square's a yarn eater? Ooh. Some squares are, you know. Some granny square patterns are real yarn eaters. Like solid granny squares, those could be yarn eaters. Or sunflower ones. The flower ones, yeah, those can be real yarn eaters. I am making a series of pink granny squares. Here, I'll show you what I've made so far. I've made this one. And this one. And this one. This one. And part of this one. I'm very excited. I'm working on a project that I don't really want to tell you about just yet, just in case it doesn't work. And once again, the pink has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. The pink was very purposeful, but has nothing to do with the holidays. Or Teresa. This is not for Teresa. Let's see. What would be a good stitch to use with the popcorn stitch? Open question. Anybody can answer. What would be a good stitch to use with popcorn stitch? Autumn leaves would be really pretty. Autumn leaves, triangle train. Yeah, those could look nice. Crochet Crowd did a flower today. It's so pretty. Oh, fun. Hello, Yarn Shark. Working on row 4 of the members only cal. And then I'm going to try the birthstone squares. Good for you. I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot that when I go through YouTube to do a live, my whole background is black and the letters are white. And for some reason, I was born with this. I do not do well with white letters. It's also why I don't drive, because I can't read signs, because they just insist on using white letters and I can't see them. So if it takes longer for me to get to your comment, that's why. Because I am struggling over here. Okay. See if I can make that any bigger. No, not really. Like 1 row of popcorn stitches and then 3 or 4 rows of another stitch. Yeah. Lalana says the hanging bean stitch or the bead stitch. That's a good one too. Yeah, I like that option too. Good job, everyone. Hi, Sarah. Who's not Sam? Sarah at One Hook, Two Hands is doing the Sophie's Universe blanket with Teresa. Anybody watched any good movies lately? I've been watching old ones. I watched Sitting Pretty with Clifton Webb, Maureen O'Hara, and is it Robert Young? I think it was Robert Young. And I was on a real Clifton Webb mood. I watched Sitting Pretty, I watched Cheaper by the Dozen, the original, and I watched what's that other movie he's in? Oh, the amazing Mr. or not amazing, oh, I can't think of it. I wrote it down. I write down every movie I watch that I've never seen before because sometimes I make videos on movies I've seen that I'd recommend or that I'd never recommend. So, yeah, I just like to keep track. So it's somewhere in my notes. Let's see. Oh, the triangle train. Yeah, I like that stitch too. I need to make a sweater out of that one. That one's cute. Or at least the back. Like the front and the back, but the sleeves could be something else. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Just got home from work. That is Rachel. Hi, Rachel. You watched Indiana Jones and Harry Potter all weekend. You watched all of them? Like you watched 3 or no, wait, 5? 5 Indiana Jones and 7 Harry Potters in one weekend? For the love, saw David. I want to see David. We were supposed to go see David the other day, but Mama wasn't feeling well, so Dad and I went to the movies, and Mom really wanted to see it, and I was uncomfortable seeing it without her, so we went to Zootopia 2 instead, and Dad and I had a very good time. And I think I gave it an 8 out of 10, and I consider the original a 9 out of 10 because that movie is almost perfect. Honestly, the first Zootopia is almost perfect, but it's a 9 out of 10. And this one's an 8 out of 10. Really, really funny. And very safe for your kids. I should have used StreamYard. Okay. Do you know where I can find a tutorial for that stitch? The triangle train? Jada and Stitches has one. It was part of her vintage stitches crochet along, which I got like 7 months in, and then I had a huge snafu with it, and I couldn't fix it, so I quit. That's the farthest I've ever gotten on any crochet along. Well, year-long one. Oh, the hanging bean stitch. No, I don't know. Well, Anna, can you help? I don't... I know of it. I just don't know where you'd learn it. Yeah, I'm using YouTube instead of StreamYard. Which I may never do again because I can't really see the chat. Yay. Oh my goodness, you really are watching all of them. Wow. That's a lot of movies. You know what's funny? I can actually remember the first time I binge watched something. We were living in Japan, and I was. Whoop! Wait, this is 4. Nope. I was doing my jewelry. I used to make jewelry, and I was doing my jewelry on a. It's like a little wooden table that looks like a kidney bean. I don't know. Anyway, in the chair, and I decided that I wanted to turn on something that I wouldn't have to mess with. So we had DVDs of TV series, right? And so I just turned on Monk. And I turned on the first disc, and that's 4 episodes, and that's 4 hours. And I just let it run from the beginning to the end of the disc. And I let it run. And then when that one was done, and if, no one else was around, then I put in the next disc, and that's 4 more hours. And yeah, that is the first time I binge watched something, and I finished an entire season of Monk in 2 days. Also made a lot of jewelry. So yeah. But I think it's funny that I can actually remember the first time I did that. Before that point, I had never just watched a bunch of stuff in a row that was the same thing. I had watched like a movie, like if you're sick, a movie, and then you don't want to do anything else, so you watch another movie and stuff like that. But a series or the same movie series or anything like that, nope, never. Not before that point. Let's see. Don't have time for a lot of movies. My husband and I have been watching The Chosen. Okay. I don't know anyone that did it on here. Oh, The Stitch. Okay. I did take a nap and missed the end of Harry Potter 6. Sarah is working on a cotton Tunisian simple stitch beanie and her birth year blanket. Oh, Sarah, are you doing the year you were born for like a temperature blanket? Are you doing that? First series I ever binge watched was Breaking Bad. I can see how that would be something you'd want to binge watch because it would be like really interesting. Yes. Okay, cool. That's a fun idea. The Secret Yarnery, I think, did that with her kids. Or it was like everybody's birth year or something. I don't know. I swear she did something that had to do with her kids' birthdays as a blanket. Now, if it's a particular year that's like meaningful somehow, I get it. Other than that, I don't understand temperature blankets at all. But doing it for something significant in your life, that's kind of cool. Like a yarny scrapbook, that's pretty neat. Rachel has made one of the birthstone blanket squares, but she has 3 more to go for the official first square. Because what they're doing is they're doing 4 squares that make 1 square. Yeah. You get it. Y'all are smart. I don't have to explain that. I'm sorry. The other day I watched You've Got Mail. I realized I probably should have watched that in the fall, but that's what I felt like watching. And I had not seen that movie It was over 10 years since I've seen that movie. Yeah. Wow. I'm doing a 20 square blanket with 8 free spaces. I enjoyed doing my parents' first year of marriage, and I wanted to do one that was slightly bigger. Interesting. Also working on my blanket for my oldest daughter. Oh. Hi, Misty. You've Got Mail is a really cute movie. And I like how, except for one, mostly none of the exes are terrible people or even unlikable. Again, except for one. So I like how they could just part amicably. That was cute. And I imagine they'd probably still be friends. Oh, Sarah, they were looking for something called the hanging bean stitch. Got any ideas? She's looking in her books, Teresa. Okay, I think all of these are safe to snip now. Yes. Well, maybe I should sew that one better. If y'all wouldn't mind giving this video a like, that would help. Thanks. I'm going to do a Q&A live in February at some point because that's my podversary. And the other night when I was live, we hit our goal. And so I said if we hit our goal, I would do a Q&A. So I'm going to. So be thinking of your questions. They can be about crochet, they can be about me, they can be about, well, my family, but I can choose not to answer stuff to protect them. But yeah, it can be about anything. The Crochet Crowd and Hooked by Robin both have tutorials. Oh, did you hear that, Teresa? They both have tutorials. Crochet Crowd and Hooked by Robin. I gave you likes on all the technology. Thank you. Ooh, I really like this one. I think this one turned out really cute. What do y'all think? I think this one turned out really pretty. Hooked by Robin has mini bean stitch. Okay. Thanks. Let's see. Let's do a pale pink center. I made all my centers. So now I'm just alternating the colors and whatever pattern happens. It doesn't really matter. Not for what I'm working on. Although I hope I don't run out of this stuff because I got it from Walmart and I have no idea if it will ever come back in stock. Let's see. I won't tell you what I'm making, but I'll tell you how many squares I need. Okay? Let's see. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need 11 squares and 2 half squares. For what I'm making. But I'm just making all the squares I made. I made 4 in every color for my centers because I don't know what colors I want in this. So before I even make my half squares, I'm just going to make all of them. And then if I have some extra, I'll do something with those. I don't know what, but I will. You need to clean and reorganize your craft room. Yeah, we were cleaning and organizing in here all week. This is my bedroom, by the way. My craft room will take probably a year. I can't do it by myself, and I can't do what I did the other week because that completely wore out my body, and that was really bad. Know your limitations, people, especially if you're a Spoonie. Know your limitations. But that's okay. At least there's one room in the house where I can kind of chill. And this is where I like to crochet anyway. Hi, Racine. And listen when your body says you have new limits. Yep, true, Sarah. You're knitting a shawl. That's pretty. I'm just making a bunch of granny squares, which I know Sarah would approve of. She loves granny squares. By your definition, I am a spoonie and didn't even know. A spoonie is someone with a chronic condition that can be really anything. Usually it's a physical ailment of some kind, but they have included some mental illnesses in there as well. But usually it's for physical. Aw, thanks. Yep, all shades of pink and white. Daily, I've been showing patterns on my perpetual calendar for everyone to learn. Oh, that's cool. I have now decluttered 5 rooms in my house. Woo! Monday, I will start on my bedroom. We wish you luck. Spent all day with my middle child at Girl Scout cookie rally. It was fun, but we spent hours on our feet and it was a lot. Yeah. Hey, Heather. Heather's been doing decluttering as well. We've been keeping each other motivated. Teresa, too. We've all been sending each other pictures of what we've been working on. Like, I moved a shelf. I decluttered this room today. Look what I'm going to tackle today. It's very funny. But doing it with a friend keeps you motivated. Also, watching declutterers, like people decluttering or tips on doing decluttering and stuff while you declutter and organize, it works. Yes, you need to. I want to see. Do you like Girl Scout cookies? Not trying to sell, just asking. I do not. My dad does. I don't know if he'll get any this year or not, but I do not. I don't eat hardly anything that's packaged. I have to make practically everything from scratch because one wrong ingredient and I'm done. So, yeah. Yep, you can also listen to music. Uh-oh, I missed something. I feel like it's the year of declutter. I'm there today as well. Oh, good. Okay. And then that one, I read that one. And also a use my stash year. Yes, I am all for that. I've been using up my stash. I even finished something that I can't wait to share. But I showed Teresa. Teresa knows what it is. I finished something, and I was about to order new yarn because I was thinking I'm not going to have enough to finish this. And then I went, you know what? I only have to do a border, so I think I can get away and win at Yarn Chicken. And I won! I won Yarn Chicken! Yay! Ow. That hurts. I won Yarn Chicken, so yay! Also, I want to apologize to all people who sent me Christmas cards or packages or stuff to my P.O. box. I have not been to my P.O. box. Ooh. It might have been Thanksgiving. No, it was at least 1 week in December, but not anytime soon. So I have not been there in a long time, and I'm really sorry. Congratulations. So proud of you, Shannon. Oh, thank you. I'm forcing myself to finish whips to help me declutter my craft room. That's what I finished. I finished a whip I started in 2023, I think. I gotta look it up. I wrote it down. But I think I started in 2023. So yeah. Just 3 years later. No big deal. Oh, hey, Jerry. Now y'all got me getting off YouTube. I gotta keep cleaning my closet. Been sitting on that for a month now. Did Dawn tell you your card last month made it? A little beaten up, but it made it. Only by a month in the mail. What's better than a year? she still hasn't gotten the other one, so I'll take it. And yes, she texted me. But thank you, Jerry, for letting me know. It's very sweet. And yes, so anyway, I am so sorry. But y'all, I don't care what month it is. If I have a batch of Christmas cards waiting for me, we're going to open them. It could be March, but we're going to open them. And they're going to be lovely. And I thank you. I do have to say, the person who sent me the tea about 3-4 months ago, I got it. Okay. I will say I received it, and then we saw the toxic tea video. So no, I cannot drink it. But it was so sweet of you to send it. Thank you so much. You didn't know either. We didn't know. But yeah. So yes, Brittany, I think it was you. I'm so sorry. Your card was so sweet. I was gonna show it on the channel, and then we saw the video, and I was like, better not, because I don't want anyone buying this tea. So, yeah, not good. I was gonna work on this video this month, and I know a lot of you are interested in the toxic tea video and the food swaps video and stuff. I want to make those. I do, but I just told you how many spoons I just used up, so I can't. Also, my mother had a brilliant idea for the tea video, and I only get her 2 days a week besides the stuff she helps me with. If I want her for the channel or anything extra, helping me declutter, that kind of thing, I only get her 2 days. So it might take longer to make that video. But when it comes out, y'all, it will be something. I will tell you, stop buying Lipton, Bigelow, and Twinings. Just stop. You're not even drinking tea. Please just stop. You're not even drinking tea. You don't want to know what it is. I will tell you in that video, and I will warn people not to be drinking while they're watching that or eating. Yeah. Oh, really? Let me just tell you something. My mother is one of the most research-obsessed people on the planet. She doesn't believe anything anybody says. She researches the heck out of it and then tells people. So whatever I tell you in that video has been fully researched and absolutely true. Whether or not you see it on TikTok as perfectly safe. There's this one doctor on TikTok. I'm not even on TikTok, but I know about him. And he drives me crazy because you can tell that he's getting paid by another brand. So he's telling you this other brand is perfectly harmful. And it's not. It's a huge lie because you can tell he's getting paid by the bad brand to promote it. He's a doctor, for crying out loud. Yeah. Anyway. This is why I need Teresa, because I'm about to go on a rant and she can calm me down. But never mind. Just don't buy those teas. Brittany, it's not your fault. You didn't know. No one knew. Well, some people did, but I didn't know. You didn't know. No one is at fault here. I'm really appreciative that you wanted to send me anything. And I know why you sent it, because you heard in my video that I was having trouble finding a peach tea that was a red base. And I really appreciate you trying to do that. Thank you so much. I go to my local tea spice store for their Dollar Tree Club. Yeah, I joined the rant. Well, it's just extra annoying when it's a medical professional, you know? You know? There were a lot of people that were really interested when I mentioned that in my things I want to do on the channel. When I mentioned that I could talk about the teas and the different foods and some of the recipes I use and stuff like that. A lot of people were interested in that, and I definitely want to do that. I also want to try like the cookie mix that Teresa sent me and, fun videos like that. My mom and I got something from Mrs. Claus. Well, okay, yes, celebration. Um, we got something from Mrs. Claus for Christmas, and we want to show you, but we both have to have time to do that. So I prefer loose leaf tea over bagged tea. Yep. If it's tea. If it's tea. I can tell you if you have tea from Numi, Red Rose, traditional medicinals, Harney and Sons, and there's a few others, you're safe. Those teas are tested, put through rigorous tests. They're actually tea, and they don't use plastic either. So those teas are good to go. I prefer my tea in a can. It's called Dr. Pepper. Jerry. Hey, where's Dawn tonight? Is she okay? Yeah. I know, Sarah. I know. Me and Lori, we should do a live where we rant about the tea world. Oh my goodness. Ah. I think would be entertaining. And even if people left nasty comments, y'all, comments are comments to YouTube. So if you're trying to like destroy a YouTuber with putting nasty comments in their comment section, one, they can block you, but also you just help the algorithm. That's why if you're really, really upset at a content creator, unless you just need them to know the truth about something, like stop spreading lies, this is the truth and everyone needs to know this, don't comment because you're helping them. Okay, maybe we'll do that after my video comes out so y'all can see what I've said and let me know your thoughts. I'm leaving you on the TV, but I'm going to go work on the closet. I'm glad we inspired you, Jerry. Yeah, Rachel, when I saw this video, she's one of the first people I was concerned about. Remember how she has all those medical issues she can't explain? So do I. And I'm wondering if tea is part of the problem because I wasn't actually drinking tea, for one thing. And then the other thing is all the stuff I found out. Y'all, some of the teas that are by the big brands, do you want to know what some of them have in them? Nerve agents. You know, the things that affect breathing, brain function, heart function. Yeah. So toxic beyond belief. And yeah, she is one person I am genuinely concerned about because I know she drinks tea like at least once a week for her Tuesday tea stuff. And Simpson and Vale is her favorite tea brand, and they are somebody that I can't find information about. So we're going to call them. We're going to call them. Yeah. We're going to find a phone number and we're going to call Simpson and Vale. And we're going to tell them why we're asking because Mom and I both have medical issues and we're concerned. And does your tea have this in it? Does your tea have this in it? And if they lie, then they would have lied about a medical issue, which sets them up for a lawsuit. So you don't want them, they probably won't lie. Oh, by the way, if you're new here, I majored in criminal justice. You mean all the things my ASSFN has issue with, and I'm pretty much drank every day till I was 25? What about the Celestial Tea brand? Mm-mm. It's bad. And don't give it to your kids either. All of these, apparently this is like one of the number one teas to give your kids to help them sleep or something like that. Oh my gosh. Please don't. Please don't give it to your children. I forget which tea has which problem. Because this video talked about like 15 teas. So it's a lot. So I had to remember, which ones are good, which ones are bad, which one is got nerve agents in it, which one has tea dust in it, which one is sprayed with pesticides, which one isn't checked, which one has plastic in it without telling you. Yeah, there's a lot to remember. That's another reason why these videos take so long, is because when you see people who actually spend time on their videos and they make these big expose videos, you have to give them credit for at least diving in and doing the research. Even though a lot of them are afraid because they don't want to get sued by companies and stuff. Although if you can prove it, you're fine. But they use AI voices because they're afraid to use their own voices. And so a lot of people don't take them seriously because they use an AI voice. I'll be honest, I don't like a lot of AI voice channels either. But when you can back up what you're saying, I'll listen. So I watched these videos. Oh, it's not just one channel, Sarah. I watched a few. I watched a few of these videos. And then I went and did my own research. And then Mom did some research. And I did some more research. And I gotta say, though, these mom blogs, if you see anything about tea that's written by like a mom blog of some kind, grain of salt. Grain of salt. Because I'm just, I'm shocked at some of the things I see them say. you're either wondering if they're getting paid by a brand, which a lot of them are influencers because it's extra income, so why not? Or they just really hate another brand and so they hate on it just because they hate it. There was a person who wrote about how bad Numi was for you. You know what's funny about Numi? If you want to know anything about their tea, they hide nothing. Nothing. I believe it was started by a brother and sister. They hide nothing. You want to know what's in their tea? Right there. You want to know what they've been tested for? Right there on their website. You want to know where the tea is grown? Right there. They are transparent about everything, and that's what makes them one of the best brands. So there are many uses for that besides drinking it. Yep. Now, if plastic is the problem, here is the good thing. If your favorite brand doesn't have issues with it other than it's in a plastic bag, get yourself a good, not one of those silly little dunk it in and put it in a little tea strainer ball. Don't get those. They're messy, they're hard to clean. Get a good, especially if you're a really good tea, if you're really like tea is like your favorite, get a good strainer, a tea strainer. Cut the bag. Put the tea in. Done. Because the only problem with plastics is when they get boiled or hot, which is why you don't want to microwave in certain kind of plastics and you don't want to put plastic in the oven. I mean, yeah. So when you put boiling water on a plastic tea bag, then it leaches into your tea. But if there's no tea bag that ever got hot, there you go. Well, wait for my video, Dawn, but honestly, if you're just doing it once in a while, you're probably okay. I forget what Twinings specifically, what was wrong with them. Because again, if it's a plastic issue, cut the bag, put it in a strainer. Done. Problem solved. And I looked that one up because I was concerned too, because I was like, oh, well, I think one of the teas I like to drink, but it comes in a plastic little, it comes in nylon, which is a type of plastic. It comes in a little nylon bag. And I looked it up. Can you just use tea without the bag if you put it in a strainer and stuff? And yes, you can. Because the only problem with plastic bags is when they get hot. You'll know. The thumbnail will be really obvious. Hopefully before March, but I don't know. February is a really short month. And I have to do my podiversary, which I can't wait to see y'all's questions. I'm going to put a post up in a couple weeks. On the community tab, there'll be a post, and that's where you can drop your questions if you want to. Or you can just wait and say them live. But I will answer the ones that are, well, I'll answer the Facebook group ones, definitely. They get priority. If you're a member of the Facebook group, it's free. They get priority for their questions. And then whoever drops a question on the community post would get priority. And then if you say them, if you save for them to be live, that's up to you. I'm going to switch to Numi from now on, but I do want to see what's in the tea I have at home. And it's not just Numi. It's not just Numi. Numi is just one of the best choices. And if you're actually looking, oh yeah, Dawn, is it you? Yeah, you. Traditional medicinals is actually used for medicinal purposes. So when you get sick, if you want to try a traditional medicinals tea, there you go. You're safe. Hi, Shannon. My hubby watched that video about the tea with me in December. I walked straight into my kitchen and tossed them all in the garbage can. Well, that's a bit drastic, but I get it. One of my favorite homemade herbals, I basically masala chai with no chai. Ginger, clove, cardamom, lemon, turmeric, cracked black pepper, cinnamon, and star anise with honey. That does sound like a chai mixture. But okay. Yum. I need to change colors, I think. Yes. We'll do white or pink. Let's do pink. Wait a minute. All my tails are mixed together here. There we go. Does GNC sell any teas? You talked about medical. I don't know. Traditional medicinals you should be able to find at the grocery store. We have one, I think. I had to go on a scavenger hunt to find Mom a replacement for her Lipton cold brew. That was quite the challenge, but I did it. I did it. So I found something for her to drink her iced tea. Now I just have to find a decaf version. We live in the South. There is no going a day without iced tea. That is just unsouthern. Exactly. Part of our blood is sweet tea. Yes, it is. It's very popular in Texas. Sun tea is very much a thing. At least 10% blood. Exactly. I was going to say Georgia and sweet tea are just a must combination. Exactly. Exactly. And we have peach flavored everything. Oh my goodness. And more peach tree streets than you could shake a stick at. Oh my stars. It's amazing. Hi Tina. I'm in Alabama and I love iced sweet tea, but I drink it rarely. I wonder if is that a brand? You hate hot tea? It's not for everybody. Yes, it's a brand. Okay. Well, you know what, Tina? Just for you, I will add that to my list and we will look it up before the video and you will know. I'm going to add that to my list. Because I've got ones I can't find answers for, so by golly, I'm going to find the answers. Let's see. Zanne. Is that right? Luz. Nope. Luizanne. Okay. Luizanne. All right. I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out. And we shall see. Oh, you're welcome. You just gave me more stuff for my video. Thank you. Yes, y'all do. Having friends that live there. I have to define which Peachtree Street I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure you spelled it fine. This one's turning out cute. Let's see. The thing we were talking about the other night, I mean, because of my health and stuff, I've made a lot of food swaps. So, I don't eat any boxed macaroni and cheese unless it's Goodles, because Goodles isn't made with any chemicals. I feel so bad for them. They got recalled. It was really a sad story. They got recalled because one case of one of the gluten-free, no, vegan. One case of the vegan macaroni was it got released and it accidentally got the milk powder packet. And so they put out a statewide recall because one case got out. Everything else was fine, but one case got out, so they had to pull all of it from the shelves. Poor things. Because if it's vegan and you have undeclared milk, a lot of people are eating it not for diet reasons, but because of health reasons. I felt so bad for them. They are some of the nicest customer service I've ever worked with. They sent me the wrong But I ordered 2 cases of the Shella Good, and they sent me 1 Shella Good and 1 case of a different one. And I just emailed them. I said, "Excuse me, I ordered this. It's even on the receipt." And they were like, "Oh my goodness, we're so sorry. We'll get that out to you right away." And I was thinking, "Okay, yeah, 5 to 10 days, I'll see it." I got it the next day. When they said they'd ship it out immediately, they shipped it out immediately. I got the correct case the next day. Then they told me I could do whatever I want with the other box. I think we gave it to a friend. So, yeah. Nice people. The gluten-free ones? Yeah. I love Goodles. I wish I could work for them, but their requirements are really, really high. I'm not going to get that kind of requirement unless I stay on YouTube like 5 more years. So, yeah, that was really nice of them. But I was also really nice in my email. I wasn't like, "Hey, you sent me the wrong one," or something like that. No. I was very kind. I was sure it was just a machine error. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. You're gluten intolerant? Here's something I learned. Maybe you'll find this interesting, maybe you won't. We're just getting on a whole weird subject here, but this is something I learned that I thought was really interesting. Did you know that you can test positive for a dairy allergy, but they'll mark it as an intolerance because they don't really know what to do with it unless you react in a certain way. My aunt is severely allergic to anything dairy, and she actually has to take medicine, and it's very, very bad. So, yeah, hers is really bad. But most people, they just mark as intolerant, and then you avoid all the lactose, right? But have you ever had Lactaid or any of the lactose free products and felt a little bit better, but not much? Like it's fine, but you still might get sick once in a while, or it's just not a perfect thing. Okay, that was me. I thought, I just, if lactose wasn't working, then I just must be super allergic to dairy. No, I have had allergic reactions. I've had an allergic reaction to a very evil barista. We won't get into that. But if you want me to tell you that story sometime, let me know. Put it down in the comments if you want to hear about the evil barista. Um, and then I've had reactions to milk powder in things. Not milk itself, but if it's milk powder, my lips get numb and scary. Okay. My mother did her research because this is who she is. And she started me on A2 milk. A2. And I was scared. I'll be honest, I was scared to try it because I was thinking, oh, I got to try another thing. What if I react to it? What if it's really bad? You know. Um so my plan was we have these little glasses. They're not shot glasses. They look like it, but they actually used to hold little bits of chocolate mousse from Costco. But we saved the glasses because they were nice. They were nice glasses. So we saved those. And mom and I use those for our meds once in a while because it's this big and that's all you need. The liquid meds we take. And so um, I started every night drinking a little bit, like half of that glass. of A2 milk to try and ease my stomach into the idea of this milk. No reaction. None. Y'all, I can't drink milk. Like, glass of 8 ounces and just drink. No. I couldn't do that with soy milk. I couldn't do it with oat milk. I couldn't do it with all the other milks. Coconut milk. I can't do it with any of those. Yeah. I was drinking A2 milk just fine. You want to know why? I wasn't allergic to lactose. I was allergic to a specific protein in milk. That's it. That's why Goodles doesn't bother me. That's why I can have certain desserts and stuff from places that use milk, but it has to have that protein in there. And if it doesn't, then I'm fine. So, if you've ever tried all the lactose-free stuff and that didn't work for you, look into A2. Yes, it's just the letters A and 2. So, yep, that was interesting. The other interesting thing I learned, people who think they're gluten intolerant. Now, don't get me wrong, celiac disease, very big deal. I had a friend who had it, and oh my gosh, we had to be so careful. Yes, celiac disease is very, very real. But if you've been doing all the things they tell you with the gluten-free and that kind of thing just to avoid it because they've marked you as intolerant, it might actually not even be gluten. It might be something called fructan. Fructan. Look it up. So, I learned that too. And I've told some people about it. Oh, and turns out that was the problem. They tried this product that's supposed to like take out the fructan or whatever. Like you sprinkle it on your food and it neutralizes it or something. I don't know. Anyway, they tried it. It worked. Good for them. But yeah, you learned something new. There you go. You learned 2 new things tonight that you didn't know. And if you did know, good for you. This is the weirdest live I think I've done in a long time. You've missed what I'm crocheting? It's just granny squares. Pink and white granny squares. That's it. Yes. My son has the milk protein allergy. We like Ripple milk. I'll have to try A2. I always forget to look. Yeah, I've told you about that before. You might have to, yeah. Especially if going gluten-free and stuff isn't working. That might be a clue. How to study ADHD style last night. That was your live? You know, it can go anywhere. That's kind of fun. That's why I'm excited to do these with Teresa. We don't know what's going to happen. Howdy. Wow, you're making granny squares. I need inspiration. Well, here you go. Be inspired. Yes, I don't even need this many, but I don't know what colors I want, and I'm picky. So I'm making all of them. I don't need this many. But I don't care. I'll use them for something. Yes, but it has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. I know, I know. It reminds you of Valentine's Day, but it has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. It is pink for a reason. I just won't tell you why in this video. Maybe in a future video. Well, actually, yes, in a future video, because I'll show you what I was making, but yeah. It's not Valentine's colors. There's no red. Make a bag with the leftovers. I might have enough, yeah. Cute idea. Y'all want to hear about the barista? Okay, all right. I will tell you the evil barista. A long time ago in a land far away, I was dating this very sweet guy. At the time, I was on soy, coconut. Yeah, I was pretty much on soy milk and coconut milk. I don't even think we'd even heard of oat milk yet. No, it was just soy and coconut. Okay. So, yeah. So I'm dating this guy, and we go into a Target that also has a Starbucks. Okay. There's this barista there. I've seen him before. I should probably mention, this is kind of relevant. I went to get the drink, and he had to get something in Target real quick. He would be super fast. And I went up to the counter, and there's a barista, and this happens to me a lot. The guy started flirting with me. He's the only one there. He is not the manager. And I said, thank you. I just want my drink, And I said, oh, and please make sure it's soy milk because I have an allergy. And he just kind of looked at me like, yeah, right, allergy. Because at the time, okay, you have to remember times were different in certain times. It was the thing to drink soy milk for your figure, okay? It was less fattening, and a lot of people were doing soy milk swaps instead of dairy because of that reason. And I had this problem a lot. Getting the idea of I'm doing this for my health and not for a fad seemed to be a problem everywhere I went. Because I was a young lady. I think I was in my 20s. No, I might have been a little younger than that. I'm 18 maybe. And yeah. So it was the thing. Anyway, that and other horrible stuff they wanted you to drink or eat, or honestly, some diet issues. I don't understand some diet fads. Who would do this? Anyway, so I tell the guy, and he's flirting with me, and he's like, well, why don't you go out with me sometime? And I said, I have a boyfriend. He's right there. And he's like, well, so, I was like, he's right there. And thankfully, my boyfriend comes around the corner, and there he is. Yeah, that didn't stop the guy. He did it right in front of him. He did it right in front of him. And I was like, oh, that's bold. You have to know, my boyfriend, he didn't have a temper. He was like one of the most even-keeled guys ever. Hardly anything bothered him. except one thing. I get my drink. We leave. We've both been insulted. And I haven't had my drink yet. I haven't tasted my drink yet. We go out to the car and I'm sipping it and it tastes funny. And I don't know why, but I could have sworn it doesn't taste right. So I, swirl it and stuff. And it's like maybe it wasn't mixed properly and stuff like that. And I drink it again. And then I know. And I go, this isn't soy milk. And he's like, what? This isn't soy milk. And I give it to him to taste it because, we were dating. I give it to him to taste it, and but he was very sweet. He opened the cup and he drank out of it. And he drank it and he goes, this tastes like mine, because he got one too. And he's like, well, maybe I got yours and you got mine. So he hands his to me and I drink it and I go, no, that's milk. That's milk. And remember, I told you there's one thing that makes him mad. And that is people belittling my health. He was always on board for my health stuff, which was very sweet. And he doesn't even wait. He goes, do you have a Benadryl? I said, I don't think I need it. He's like, take the Benadryl. I said, I only have one and it's really old. I don't even know if it's going to work anymore. And he goes, okay, I'm going to go back in Target. I'm going to get you Benadryl and I'm going to go talk to this guy. And I'm like, don't do anything stupid. And he's like, I'm going to get you Benadryl. Take the Benadryl you've got. In so many hours, you can take another one or whatever, or you can take two. And he was very up on, all this kind of stuff. And he goes back in there. He goes back in the building. To this day, I don't know what he said. All I know is when he came back out, he had the manager's phone number, corporate's number already pulled up in his phone, and a brand new drink. And Benadryl, which he made me take immediately with my new drink. He ended up getting me a $10 gift card to Starbucks, an apology letter from Starbucks, and I never saw that barista there again. I'm not saying he got fired, but I never saw him there again, and I frequented that Target a lot. Don't go after people's medical issues. I don't know what he said, but it was enough. So, yeah. Karma. What we think happened is the guy was ticked that I wouldn't go out with him, so he didn't use the proper milk in my drink. When somebody tells you it's for medical reasons, you should listen. So, yeah. And the guy didn't know that. I mean, I was going to school for criminal justice. That could have been really bad for him. So, all my little classmates were going to law school. I would have had a lot of people on my side. Besides, the doctor, my parents. Yeah. Oh, and there is proof that there was milk in my drink. My lips started to tingle. While he was in the store, my lips started to tingle, and I took the Benadryl that was in my purse because, yeah. Yeah. So that's the evil barista. Yes, he was a jerk. He was a big jerk. I mean, he literally flirted with me in front of my boyfriend. I just said, this is my boyfriend, and the guy keeps flirting. What did you think was going to happen? Yeah, anyway. It's funny now because I'm fine. Although when I got home and we told my mother what happened, he was so sweet. He was my boyfriend. He was like, I called corporate. I did all this. I was like, he's like, everything's gonna be fine. He's like, I'm gonna call headquarters tomorrow. You know, because it was late. And he's like, but I called the manager, and you know, and my mom was impressed. She was like, oh wow, you did all that. What happened to that boyfriend? You know what? There are people in your life that are there for the right time. They are perfect for that time in your life. But people change and people grow and people want different things in life. And we didn't want the same things. So I hold no ill will towards him. And I don't think he has any towards me. I mean, we were friends for a little bit even after we broke up. And his parents loved me. Actually, not loved, love. In fact, it was funny when we were dating, we even joked about his parents would get me if we split. And that's kind of what happened. Yeah. We just wanted different things. I wish him all the best. Truly, I do. I wish him all the best. I hope he is having a cool life somewhere. He was great, though. He definitely showed me things that my exes did that I shouldn't have let them get away with. Like, oh my gosh, a boyfriend can be like this was kind of a wake up call. Like, oh, you can be this considerate, you can be this sweet, you can be this wonderful without expecting anything, without, you know, ragging on me for not being able to do things because I'm sick. No, he was a great boyfriend. I wish him all the love and luck. Yeah. And as you can see, he took my health very seriously. So, yeah. I've got all kinds of fun stories, though. I mean, if y'all just, I don't know, story time with the Spoonie Stitcher, should I do videos like that? Oh, I've got stories from when we lived overseas. I've got stories from all the countries I visited. Um, I've got my father's haircut, which sounds boring until you realize that part of his haircut has to do with him being on fire. So there's that. Almost ending up in another country without our passports. Yeah. Stories like this. So I'm glad you're interested. But yeah, I mean, if y'all want me to do like story time videos, that's easy. Sit in front of a camera and tell you the story. May or may not have pictures. It depends which time in history it was. There is a crocheter on here who does story time. My Fiber Fun is her name. Oh, that's cute. You should. Oh, you and I should go on a culture story swap sometime. Travel. Oh yeah, absolutely. You've lived places too, right? Sounds like you have wonderful stories just like Lori. Mine could be slightly more embarrassing. And some of them I am definitely going to have to ask my parents' permission to tell. Because, I don't want to embarrass them either unless they're willing. Shannon, I'm enjoying this time because we are getting to know more of one another. Yeah, see, that is what Teresa and I want to do on our little podcast. That's what we're hoping for. Community. Okay, not just you're watching the video and you're learning something about whatever's going on in that video. You're having fun watching that video. That's great. But the nice thing about lives is that you can kind of create community. Even with replays on live, you're getting to know people and you can still comment in the comment section. You can still respond to things. I have somebody who watched my live the other night and they had stuff to say about it. That's still building community, and I think that's really important, especially in the fiber arts. Because I feel like if we're not a community, then we're divided. And that's not very fun. This is a fun live. Next time, remember to not use YouTube so it's easier for you to read the comments. Well, if I was doing it on my phone, it'd be a little easier, but I didn't want to deal with my phone tonight. Even though I know I'd get way more views, that wasn't the point of tonight. The point was just to crochet with friends and apparently tell stories. Aw, thanks. I'm glad y'all had fun. What time is it anyway? Oh, okay. I'm adorable. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I love what someone said earlier that you can't believe that I'm over the age of 20. I'm very over the age of 20. Oh, yeah. I have a very young face. And the fact that I still live with my parents and stuff, yeah. A lot of people think I'm far younger than I am. Nope. That's why I have my channel too. Oh, cute. Very well said. I agree. This is my first time here. Hello. So glad you could make it. It'll be a very interesting replay. I know. I have a sweet little voice. Okay, I have to tell you, I love making one of my friends laugh. It is the greatest thing because she laughs like she's Minnie Mouse. I have a friend I've known forever, and the best thing in the world is making her laugh because she sounds like a cartoon character. She sounds like she's Minnie Mouse laughing. It is so cute, and she's short. It's so cute. I love it. I don't look my age either. I'm 42, but I look like I'm 20. My sister says a good day I might look 15. I'm disabled. Oh, welcome, fellow Spoonie. Most of us are Spoonies here, so you're in good company. I have a friend that talks like she's Mickey Mouse. I tease her all the time. She's short and squeaky. But they have to understand we love them for it. Like, you wouldn't want them any other way. I can't imagine her with a deeper voice or a less high-pitched laugh. No way. And you have a very high-pitched voice. Well, there you go. Just keep people guessing. That's what I do. People try to guess my age all the time. Nope. My favorite one, which I really hope was a joke, was when someone guessed I was in my 60s. No. 2 years ago, I had to be seen an ENT and found out I had the larynx of a baby. Oh, wow. That's fine. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Ignore Nightbot. It doesn't like when you use a lot of emojis. I hate to say this, but I have to go turn into a pumpkin and try to get some sleep. I have to get up pretty early tomorrow. Okay, thanks for the love. Brittany. Aha. Thanks, Brittany. Hope to see you again. I was putting my kid on the bus and I got asked if I was in middle school. Oh, Heather. Oh. Oh. Yes, I know, J baby. They're trolling me, but hey, a comment is a comment. The algorithm doesn't care. They're just helping me. I do have gray hair, but no one knows because I shave my head. Oh. There's a YouTuber, I really, really like her. She's not in the fiber world. She's an Amazon person. Anyway, she started going gray when she was in high school, and apparently it's genetic. So, yeah, you never know someone's age. I've seen people whose speaking voice is high pitched, but their singing voice is very different. Yep. You know the actor Jim Nabors? He played Gomer on the Andy Griffith Show. His singing voice is more operatic, and it sounds nothing like his speaking voice. Great minds. Great minds, Tina. Well, golly. I like Jim Nabors. I love whenever they would let him sing on the show. But actually, my favorite place to watch him is when he would guest star on the Carol Burnett show. That was the best. And she would always have him on once a season at least. So sweet because they're friends. And she guest starred on Gomer Pyle USMC as well. So, yeah, they got to be on each other's shows. My sister got pulled over because the cop thought she was skipping school because she was wearing a cardigan with the same shade of blue as a nearby school uniform, and she was in her 40s. Oh, that's terrible. Do they still have truant officers? Is that still a thing? I would think not. They do. I'm not sure what they do. Yeah. If you are watching and you are lurking, that is totally fine, but maybe pop in and say hello real quick. Tell us what you're working on. I am just making a bunch of pink and white granny squares, which have nothing to do with Valentine's Day. It's just a coincidence, people. But the pink is important to the project. Rachel, you've been talking already. We know you're here. But thank you. If you're having fun during this live, please give it a like. And if you're watching the replay, please leave a comment. I love reading your comments. And thank goodness they won't be white letters. Whew. I'm crocheting a single crochet thermal stitch pot holder. That sounds great. You're my background while I'm working on a granny hexie-cardi. Very fun. And cotton Tunisian beanie from Sarah. Yes. I might change to pinks now. Go ahead. Join the pink party. Oops, I forgot to cut the white. Well, it's fine. I'm almost done. I've been a knitter for 20 years. Knitters are welcome. This is all crafting is welcome. And J Baby, in February, my friend Critters Crochet and I are going to be live every Tuesday night. If you want to join us for some knitting and crochet chill time, just like this, but with 2 people on screen. The first one was not long enough for my dad. Oh, you're making it for your dad. Oh, cool. Tina has been working on a scrap blanket and knitting on a sweater. Hey from Australia. I've been here 5 minutes and my name is Trish and I crochet. Well, welcome, Trish. Yay! I loved Australia. That was a really fun place to visit. We didn't visit like the city, we visited the outback. We stayed almost in the wilderness and we got to see animals in the wild. It was really cool. Maybe that's a story I'll tell one day about seeing rare animals on my birthday in Australia. Do you know what time you'll be doing the lives? Yes. We'll be starting February 3rd. It'll be every Tuesday night. It'll be on both channels. And we will be starting at 8 Central 9 Eastern. And somebody do the math and figure out what that is Pacific time, because yeah. But anyway, Central and Eastern, and it's PM. And we don't know how long we'll be on. Could be a couple hours, could be 4 hours. It depends. It depends what we feel like. I missed something. Hold on. He's a late December baby. Oh, okay. Couple of channels are making dishcloths from the book Little Encyclopedia of Dishcloths. We've done 2 of them so far. Oh yeah, isn't that started by Missy's Yarniverse? I think that's her pet project. Where did you stay? In Adelaide, South Australia? I don't even know if it's there anymore. We stayed at the Fur and Feathers in Lawsy. I was a squirt when we were there. What part was that? I'm sorry, Trish. I cannot remember. It might be. At one time we took a boat to Cairns one day. But yeah, we stayed. It was cute. We kind of stayed in like a little cabin in the middle of the wilderness. I mean, animals would just show up on your porch. Just there in the wild. Don't feed the possums. By the way, Australian possums are so cute. Oh, they're so cute. Oof. Way cuter than American ones. I saw a cassowary and a platypus and a tree kangaroo and a gray kangaroo, wallaby, many kinds of birds. Many kinds of birds. Thank the Lord, there are several animals I did not see because they are poisonous. I think we saw a cassowary, though, a baby, but it was not on the porch. So that was great. Yeah, I'll have to tell you guys about my Australia trip someday because it was fun from what I remember. I may have to get Dr. Mom on the channel to talk about some things because some of them I was too little for and she'd remember more details. For those of you who don't know, my mother has a doctorate. She is a doctor, so yeah. Which is very handy in people with my condition. Let's see. Yes, I love the brush-tail possum. Oh, you Queensland or Western Australia? Okay. She would know. My mother would know. I don't know. I remember the animals. I like animals. You finished your blanket! Yay, Dawn! Good job! Hooray! You got chased by an emu when you were a kid? Ooh! Does not sound friendly. Yes, okay. Hold on. Come on. All right, fine. Dawn, you get balloons, because apparently the confetti isn't working. Yes, everyone congratulate Dawn. That's a big accomplishment. Balloons are cool too. Okay, thank you. There is a channel called Useless Farm. She has all kinds of animals, including Karen, a mean emu, and Stanley, a sweet emu. Karen and Stanley. Oh, some of you guys know Useless Farm. Huh. I've never heard of it. Sorry. I know a few of you have asked me about Decade Divas this year. I can't tell you anything just yet. We are handpicking our divas this year. So once we have our list, Teresa and I will come on and make videos and tell you guys the theme and what we're doing and how you can participate. But I will say I think this is probably my favorite theme we've ever done. And we have a lot of people excited about this theme, so that's nice. And we have some newcomers this year, which is really fun. People who've never been a Decade Diva before. Hello, Mary. Yes, you divas who have been picked. Don't say anything just yet. Wait for our videos, and then you can say anything you want. But I will say it's going to be in September. People kept asking me when. It's going to be in September. It'll take the month of September. Once a week, there will be a set number of people who will all have a video that day. So you'll have several videos to watch that day or that week. And yeah, I think it'll be less complicated than it was last year. Last year, schedules got messy and we had people drop out and it was very messy. So hopefully this year, I think we fixed that issue. I hope. And it should be a real fun time. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, the Decade Divas is my little baby that I started in 2023 as the October Opals, which was a spirit week I did with two of my friends, also born in October. And the next year we wanted more people, so we decided to do decades. And we started the Decade Divas, where people did a spirit week, and every week was hosted by a different decade. That was also exhausting because you were doing everybody's project. And so you were making a video every week. And yeah. And then last year, 2025, we did Decade Divas as a huge group. But it didn't work according to plan. So yeah. And that we decided to do the 1970s specifically for that one. So yeah. This year, because of the chaos, Teresa and I have each handpicked a few people to participate. And I think we picked a good group. Haven't heard back from all of them yet, but they have time. Not much, but they have some time. Technically, I'm only half a diva, but I'll take it. I'm taking a break. I found my resin and glitter box, and boy, is it a mess. Bella needs a walk. Oh, yes, yes, take the puppy on a walk. Is that Russ from It's Raining Yarn? Hey! I don't think you've ever been on one of my lives. How are you? Fellow Spoonie. I'm good. I usually lurk. Oh, so you are here. Well, it's nice to see you in the chat. I hope you are well. Hey, Winter Nightmare. How are you? Yeah, tonight you get to see my face. That may or may not be a pleasant thing for you. I don't know. Because this is just me. You did a lot of work today. Good. There we go. For those of you who are just turning in, I am making granny squares. Yes, they are pink. No, it has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. I don't have anything against Valentine's Day. It's just this particular project really has nothing to do with it. Ta-da! What do we think of this one? Okay, good. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So far, I have 8. And I have 2 pink. Just 1 magenta? Really? Okay. 4 white. I didn't do any of the white ones? Really? Huh. Did I really not do any with a white center? Magenta, pink, magenta, mixed, magenta, mixed, mixed. Yeah. I didn't do any with the white center. Huh. All right, let's do a couple of those. Strawberries and cream. Mm-hmm. I am not making a blanket. I'll tell you that part. Not making a blanket. I love the last one. Yeah, that one did turn out cute, huh? Was it this one? No. Well, now I lost it. Oh, no, wait. It's this one, right? Is it this one? I don't know. Who could tell them apart anymore? I was smart, though. I remembered to move the trash can next to me. So I'm not just collecting little scraps. Sometimes I save my scraps. And sometimes I don't. It depends. They're sitting right on top of dry trash. There's nothing like gross in my trash. So if I wanted to rescue them for stuffing, I could. Wait, did I miss something? Makes me think of strawberries and cream. Now I'm hungry. Are you making a blanket? I already answered that one. Oh, someone asked Russ a question. Now everyone wants to go get ice cream. That's the one? Okay. I have a trash can permanently next to my working space. Yeah. Some people get annoyed, with other people. They're like, you shouldn't throw it away. It's such a waste. It depends. Sometimes things make good scraps. Sometimes they don't. And sometimes things don't make good stuffing either. So, and honestly, if the piece is that little, you have a scrap container next to the trash can. I save a lot of them, but I don't make too many plushies anymore, so it's hard on my hands. I get that. only keep them if I'm getting low on stuffing. I mostly make plushies. I design and make a lot of amigurumi. I needed a break from amigurumi. I made so much amigurumi last year. I needed a break. So, granny squares are a nice break. But yeah, if you like to make plushies, you came to the right channel. I have my little tater tot characters, my little tots. And I have my little tea bag buddies, which can also be a bookmark, which look like a little tea bag. And I have our Spoonie warrior to remind you that you are a warrior. And what else do I have? I have Lorna and Ludwig. They are love bugs. Toxic tea bag buddies. Oh, that would be cool. That would be funny. I might have to do that. That would be funny. Modified version with a little skull and crossbones on it. Make it look angry. Who said that? Dawn? I like that. That might happen. That would be funny. I'm a designer as well. Oh, good for you, Misty. Do you sell your patterns? Nope. All my stuff is free. For now. I do tutorials. They're free. I've already had pattern theft. It sucks. But, you move on. Oh, yes, and the crowd favorite. I forgot. Of course, we have Boop. My sweet little bat. This is not a Halloween bat. He is year-round. He appreciates all the seasons. And I'm actually considering, since it is Valentine's Day, maybe getting the guy a girlfriend. He's been single for a long time. I think he might want a girlfriend now. So there might be a new bat. Isn't he sweet? You can make him right now. I have a tutorial on how to make little Boop. And if you make him, please post in the community section on my page because I would love to see your little Boops. Isn't he sweet? He's very fast. It's good to switch it up. Every Saturday I work on a Battenberg blanket. Oh, cool. Plushies would be too hard on my hands. I call myself a practical crafter, making stuff that can be used. I like looking at plushies, though. I do make practical items, too. Where's... Oh. Like my notion holder. Ta-da! It just rolls right up. It's the same concept as my eyeglass slash hook glass. Hook glass. No. My eyeglass holder or the hook case. Same thing. Yes, please post a picture of your bat you knitted. Aw, thanks. He looks like the kind of bat that would love a strawberry bat. A little pink bat. Yeah, he's a sweetie. And whenever I put him in the late night lives, whenever we create new boops and stuff, man, so many views. Everybody loves this little guy. He is very lovable, but so many people love him. Do I have a tutorial for the notion holder or the eyeglass case? Which one? Oh, wow, that is so handy. Where you can, where can I find your patterns? I would love that in my notions pouch. Okay, so the notion, this pattern was supposed to go out last year. I had 3 or 4 pattern testers and it worked perfectly. When I was filming the tutorial, it didn't work. I can't explain that to save my life. I don't know. Everybody got the same pattern, everybody got it to work. And then when I tried to use my own instructions, it didn't work. So, hopefully, this spring, there will be this pattern. But for now, I have my glasses case and my hook case. And those are really nice because those are very quick, easy makes, great for markets. And they don't need any toggles or buttons or anything. It's the same concept. You just wrap the strap around and it stays. I've made so many of those. And I've got new ideas for new ones too. But this one should be available relatively soon. I just filmed a tutorial for how to make a granny square because I may or may not have a granny square pattern y'all can make in the near future. And yeah, but I'm trying to think. Oh, I have a cute little pincushion tutorial that looks like a little hot cocoa. And I have lots of coasters. If you want to make a coaster. The mug cozy that you saw me do for Decade Divas, I am working on a base pattern for that because a lot of you said you really liked the verses idea. So I'm going to come up with some more verses. This character versus this character on a mug cozy because y'all seem to really like that. And it was different. Yeah, I have several ideas for new patterns. Right now, I have a bunch of like how to do your basics and tips for amigurumi specifically, but also little things like this that you can make quick, easy, fast, and great for people who do markets, or I know Christmas is past, but stocking stuffers, or treats for Halloween for people with allergies, give them a little toy. So, yeah. So, the notion holder is really annoying for me because it should work. It worked for everyone else. Again, I can't explain it. I will have to check out your channel after this live. It sounds like you have lots I can make. And are you on Instagram so I can make it and tag you? Yes, I am. I'm the Spoonie Stitcher. That's it. That's my Instagram, the Spoonie Stitcher. I'm the only one, so. And I do have free patterns on my Instagram over there if you're interested. So, yeah. If you're on Instagram, there's free patterns there. There's a tab that says free patterns. So, yeah. I think my bow pattern is over there. My little hair bow. I think that's over there. The Beetlejuice bow is definitely over there. If you like Tim Burton, the Beetlejuice bow that I designed is on Instagram. And I almost used white, and I already have white. Let's do pink. Aw, thank you. That's so sweet. I try. If y'all want to make blankets, go to Teresa at Critters Crochet. In fact, she's doing a crochet along right now with 2 blankets. One is for the members and one is for anybody. And the anybody one is the birthstone blanket. So that's really fun. And she also does some clothing. But if you really like clothing, my friend Alea at Cozy Crochet Co., she does a lot of garments. And she has patterns and all kinds of stuff. If you would like to know more about the Woobles, please go to my friend Heather at Heather's Creative Corner. She makes just about every kit they come out with, and she is brutally honest on her reviews. So, and then of course my own channel. Yeah, I do all kinds of stuff. I don't have just crochet on my channel. I am not just a crochet channel. I am a creativity channel. I do movie reviews. I do regular crafting, just trying out kits and stuff. I do have tutorials. I do have patterns, yes. I love the theater. So I do this thing called Broadway Bears, where I make a teddy bear, basically, with a Broadway-inspired costume. And then I tell you a little bit about the Broadway show. I have about one of those a year because that video is a lot of work. And making the bear is a lot of work. So, yeah. So I love movies, Broadway, cooking, baking. There's all kinds of fun stuff on my channel. And this year it's going to be even more fun because I'm not making a whole lot of plans. I'm just doing whatever I want. I'm going to do whatever I want. This is my channel. If I want to talk about toxic tea, I will talk about toxic tea. If I want to talk about a movie I just saw, I will. If I want to make a craft, I will. I am just not letting this year pressure me because I was letting other things dictate my channel last year. And I'll be honest with you guys. There was a lot of time I had fun, but there was a lot of times last year I didn't have any fun. And I'm supposed to use this. Yes, this is my job. Yes, I make money. But I'm supposed to use this as kind of my escape from this life, you know? So my channel is where I should be having fun. So, yeah. So I decided this year, I'm going to do whatever I want. And if y'all don't watch, at least I had fun. So, yeah, it could be anything. You love Broadway? Check out the Broadway Bears. I think you'll love it. I think you'll know the shows, too. Sometimes it can get like that. Feels too much like work and gets less fun. Yeah. That's why for the most part, I don't do commissions, because I don't want to crochet something because I have to. I want to crochet something that I want. Aw, that's so sweet, Racine. I hope she sees that. Trish, do you see that? You love my Phantom of the Opera bear? Yeah, Phantom Bear. He's so sweet. He's adorable. And I know y'all really want a tutorial on how to make the bear, but I am telling you, if I released a tutorial on how to make the head the way it is now, everyone would hate me. It is such a convoluted way to make this shape. There has to be, and I'm still trying to figure it out, there has to be another way to make this head shape that isn't like this. So when I figure that out, then maybe I can do it. However, Biddy Bear, my Biddy Broadway bear, you know, this one, maybe I could do a tutorial for that. This fall, I saw Next to Normal. Oh, yeah. If you're a Spoonie, that show, it is completely different if you are someone with chronic medical issues. That show hits you in a totally different way than the average person. I mean, not that it doesn't hit the average person that way, but if you have medical issues, that show is rough. So rough. I saw it last year too, because it came on PBS Masterpiece. So they had it online for a few weeks. Hey, not sure if I know that saying. I'm winding yarn. Oh, throwing yarn in someone's window. Apparently, I just learned this a couple years ago, so I get it. Apparently, it means basically they subscribed to your channel. So that's a good thing, throwing the yarn. It's in your watch list? Yeah. It hit hard because my older sister passed away from SIDS. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That twist. You know, I wonder, now I want to look it up. I want to know when the show first came out for Next to Normal and a specific episode of the show Scrubs. Okay? If you know the show, because I don't want to give anything away, then you know the episode of Scrubs I'm thinking of. And I wonder who got the idea from who. That would be an interesting thing to look up. Aw, you have an angel sister. My parents were told that there's no way they can have kids. Hi. Yep. I've been defying medical advice before I was born. I guess I've always been a rebel. Next to Normal is 2008. Okay. I want to say Scrubs was first. Could be wrong, but I want to say it was first. I was told the same. Now I have a 22-year-old and a 14-year-old. Exactly. Doctors don't always know. And Spoonie friends, am I right? They don't always know. I mean, how many have been told that our problems are all in our head? Mm-hmm. Yep. Then I think someone saw that Scrubs episode and then wrote next to normal. That's what I think. But I don't know. You've been told that a bunch. Yep. I think that's still attached. Yeah, see, why would I save this? I mean, if I put this on a needle, it wouldn't even, yeah. Whew. Let's see. I'm going to try and stay maybe 20 more minutes. A lot of y'all are new, so if you have any questions for me, go ahead. I'm here. I'll answer questions now and at the Q&A later. When I was 18, I had my daughter, and the doctors every app tried to get me to terminate because there was a 90% chance that my daughter would have Down syndrome. And I'm glad I chose not to, and she doesn't. Aw, good for you. Is Dr. Mom a crafter? Sorry. No. She is not. She is not. She is the science, math, research, Bible study route. That is her brain. I am the creative, literature, arts. I'm the artsy daughter. So, yeah. I don't know how they got me. Well, my grandmother was pretty creative, but yeah, that's probably where I got it. Aw, hi, kitty. Aw, that's sweet. Walking in circles. Both my parents are they're both doctors in different things, and they're both extremely smart, obviously, and they're both mathematical, analytical, logistical. Yeah. And then there's me. Now, there's a lot I do get from them. I'm organized. I I'd consider myself, there's pessimist and optimist and stuff. I consider myself a realist, and um but I see the world pretty gray. And yeah. So, there's some things I have in common with them, and then there's a lot I don't. But they're both extremely supportive of my endeavors. So, I have great parents. They're very supportive. I showed my dad something I made the other day, and he's like, "You made that?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "What pattern did you use?" I said, "I didn't use a pattern." He goes, "You made that up in your head." I said, "Yes." He goes, "Wow, good job." Yep, they're very supportive. And they're very handy because my brain doesn't work like that. When I have questions that need that kind of a brain, there they are. My mom was the more supportive one of my creativity. My father, not so much. Aw, I'm sorry. No, God bless me with really wonderful parents that not only support me, but they fight for me. So when I'm dealing with health stuff and doctors won't listen and stuff, the two doctors come in and are like, no, it's not in her head. Something's really wrong with her. Listen to her. Yep. My mother went to tailoring school. She made wedding gowns and etc. And then we learned to crochet together. Oh, that's beautiful. No, my mom won't learn. She won't do it. But she'll see yarn. She doesn't know what to do with it or what kind of yarn it is or whatever, but she'll see it, and if it's pretty, she'll just be like, "Here, I bought you yarn. Make something with it. Have fun." Hey, dragon. How are you? Yes, if y'all want to drop your channels, just do exclamation point and then the word spoon, as in the utensil. We tried Spoonie, but nobody could spell it. So we use spoon. This one turned out pretty cute. I may have to do another one like this. I'm okay. If it was really in our heads, would we bother seeing doctors? It's not as fun or as easy as it's. I'm sorry, I struggle with white letters. It's not as if it's fun or easy to keep or go to the doctor's. True. So true. Bless my mom, she buys me yarn that I don't normally like, but it's always something to make out of it. Oh. Well, my mom knows the important thing, and that is allergies. Just don't buy me anything with wool. And just to be safe, alpaca or any kind of animal fiber. And she doesn't. In fact, when there's wool or wool blends in my stitchery because someone's given it to me or I got it from a company or something like that, she will touch it and she will be like, I will put this in a plastic bag or something so that, you'll be safe. You don't even have to touch it to like move the label and stuff. And the companies that I work for, they know that if they send me a wool blend, animal blend yarn, that I will tell you guys, but also that's why I'm holding it in the label like this, like don't touch me, don't touch me. But I'm trying to show y'all the thing, but that's why I pick it up that way and stuff. But they know that. So, no secrets. They know that. My mom buys all the yarn. She just bought me $80 worth of Crafter's Secret cotton at Hobby Lobby. Did I need more yarn? No, but yes. Exactly. Exactly. One of the things I have on my channel that people absolutely love is, okay, yeah, it's another haul video. How many haul videos can you see? But I swear y'all tune in to those videos specifically for the segment I have on my channel called What Did Mom Put in My Cart? Because you and I both have no idea. We will be shopping together and I will get my bags and all of a sudden I'll realize, yeah, Mom put stuff in my cart again. Yeah. Oops, I forgot this one. My partner buys a lot of yarn. And boy, am I ever thankful. Oh, that's so sweet. You love seeing all the yarn. Yeah. I love seeing what she picked up because I don't know either. Last year for Valentine's Day, he showed up midstream with a bag of yarn. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, my mom adds to my cart on Amazon, and if I can afford it, I get it and surprise her for a birthday or Christmas. Oh, that's cute. I really like this one, y'all. I think I should do another one like this. What do you think? Hey, Heather. Yeah. Here's another white center. Or should I change the two pinks just to be different? What to do, what to do. Decisions. I'm going to change the 2 pinks. Just to see how it looks. I still have another white one if I don't like it. I actually recorded a video on how to make a granny square. That'll come out this month. And I've been told in the past, though, that I make my granny squares weird. Okay? So, if it seems weird to you on how I make my granny squares, apparently you're not alone. It works for me. You don't have to make it that way. But anyway, I thought people might want to know how to make a basic granny square in case they don't know. I think I want to do some more stitch tutorials because I feel like I'm a decent teacher and those are really easy to film. I don't know. What do y'all think? Would you like to learn some new stitches? You've never made a granny square? Well, maybe this is the month for you. Maybe you'll try it. If you're not changing colors every single row, it's a lot faster. You can also just make one giant granny square and never change your yarn. And then you have a blanket. Ta-da! I'm trying to experiment with new squares I've never made before this year. You should join Teresa's crochet along, the birthstone blanket. She's doing different squares. They make, I think it's 1 square a month, and you make 4 of them to make a block for the blanket. But you don't have to do that. You could just make 1 block. And you learn new stitches and new squares. And it's free. I have a rule that I don't make anything bigger or taller than myself. I'm 3 feet tall. You can make a granny square any size you want. I'm learning new stitches sounds good. I love using variegated yarn on granny squares so I don't have to change color. Yep. I'm doing one with yarn over hook. Oh yeah, I just got a membership to that channel and I had never heard of her until my interview with Louie at Club Crochet. Oh yeah, I guess I should mention that if you're new. Occasionally, I will have other channels on my channel, and we'll do an interview or we'll crochet together or whatever. So yeah, I've interviewed Megan Kreiner and Jolly Holiday Yarns. I've got yarn dyers. There's a cake artist I really, really want to get on my channel. She's kind of a friend. We're Instagram friends. And I'm really hoping I can get her on my channel soon because, I mean, I'd love to hear what she did for Valentine's Day and stuff. because I bet those cakes were cute. So maybe I can get her on in March. That'd be great. I have to ask her. But yeah, I had Teacup for one, and we talked all about Oz because I love Oz. Yeah, as if I need a new blanket whip. I have so many already. But I really want to. Well, then don't make it into a blanket. Just use them as like stitch samplers. You learn to stitch. You can figure out what to do with the panel later. That's what I did with the membership one she's doing. I just made a little sampler. I don't know what I'll do with it. But now I know a stitch. And I can do other things. I feel like a lot of people don't understand the concept of crocheting to crochet. You're not actually making anything, you're just practicing. And I don't care how advanced a crocheter you are. I think that is a very necessary step. If you don't crochet just to crochet so that you are constantly learning things, how can you be a good teacher? My partner bought me a shelf with cube drawers for my whips, and it's already full. Declutter those whips. Are they whips you're actually going to finish, or do they need to go? I know we hold on to whips and then we turn them into UFOs, which is unfinished object. But you gotta come to a point. I had to throw out a blanket. There was no way to frog it, no way to save it. I was almost done and the yarn is discontinued and there's no yarn that's similar. I had to throw out a blanket that really wasn't a blanket. So there are times when you just have to come to the point of this is it. Because if it's sitting in your drawers or your cubbies or whatever and you're never going to get to it, you know what it is? It's just a bully. It is. It's a bully because it's teasing you that, ha ha, you haven't finished me yet. You'll never finish me. Yep. That's what it was saying. So I threw it out because we don't keep bullies in the house. No, we don't keep bullies. They are unneeded. It's my goal this year to, I'm going through them and finishing those I want to finish. Exactly. Frogging or getting rid of the ones I don't want to make. Everything Halloween themed, I'm definitely going to finish. Boop approves. I am going to finish this square. I have one more color to add. And then I'm going to have to go. So we probably have 10 more minutes before I can finish this thing because I'm slow. I wish I could crochet faster, but no. Okay, here's a fun one. Everybody here, everybody answer. You too, those watching the replay. Okay. If you found a genie lamp, what would you wish for? Your 3 wishes, but of course you can't bring anyone back from the dead, make anyone fall in love with you, or wish for more wishes. So, What would you wish for? Go. I don't know if you have to be monetized in order to get Nightbot. I'm not sure. I went to just, yeah, I mean, you have to set up an account, but I don't know if it has anything to do with being monetized. Well, I mean, in order to go live, you have to have like a certain number of hours and a certain number of subscribers, but okay, you have it and you're not monetized yet. Yeah, okay, so no, you don't have to be monetized. I would wish that I could understand people more or that I would not be misunderstood. I guess technically you could wish for both. You have 3 wishes. That's a good one. I'd wish for being disabled to not be so expensive. I'd wish for enough money to be able to take care of myself without needing support from my family. And then we have a house on Long Island near my sister, and I do not have to declutter or pack to move in. My third wish would be for America to do better. Can I have a wish for better health? Yes, of course you can. Obviously. And I wish I lived closer to Denmark so I can visit the Hobie store in person. That is a great place. Oh man. I went a little crazy last year with my yarn. It's just so good. My third wish would be for all the upgrades I want done in my house to be done. Yes. I know you've been struggling with the silly house stuff. I would wish for expressing what's in my head without it coming out wrong, to be healthy and finally have my own house rent free. That is very nice. Those are great wishes, people. Great wishes. I understand what you mean about expressing yourself and it coming out wrong. Yeah. I have tardive dyskinesia, so occasionally when I want to say something, my mouth won't work. And that can be embarrassing. Hey, y'all, just don't get political, okay? Nightbot will block you, so just be careful. This is a safe space for everyone to feel how they feel. Ah, okay. Well, I think I would definitely wish for my family to be, all of us, to be healthy and never have any problems anymore. Just no problems. No health problems, no financial problems, just no problems. Just super chill. I think my other two wishes I'd keep to myself. But they'd be big. Or you know what? I think I'd like to wish that everyone knew the Lord. I think I'd really like that. I think I would wish that everyone would know the Lord. If I wish for a couple $1,000,000, that would solve most of my problems. Would it? Okay. And snip. Wah! Thanks. Yeah, it would. Look, I'm not shy about my faith on here because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for several miracles. There are many stories I may never tell y'all because they are scary. And if it wasn't for God, I don't have any other explanation other than a miracle. And I don't care if that makes you unfollow me. I know what's true. I just wish everybody did. Okay. That is. Let's see. I might like this one more. I'm not sure. Oh, with more money comes more problems. I believe there is a man upstairs guiding us. Hi, I am new to your YouTube channel and I just subscribed to your channel. Well, hello. Thank you so much. I hope you have fun. I feel bad though. I'm about to leave as soon as I sew in these ends, but I really appreciate you being here. You have fun watching the replay. And of course, any other videos on my channel that you feel so inclined to watch. You might want to watch the video I made about big changes. That'll kind of tell you what me and my channel is all about. And that might help you figure out if you like it here. And yeah. But thank you so much for subscribing, anyone who did. You're new to crocheting, I've got a playlist from the very beginning, how to crochet. But first, just the basics of what you need. And then I teach you the stitches. I also did back to basics with my friend Teresa. And so we both teach you the same thing, but everybody learns differently. So maybe something I say will make more sense than something she says, and vice versa. So you've got two teachers. And of course, if you have any questions, message us in the comments. We're both pretty good about seeing our comments at least once a week. So. Of course. Yeah, it's called Back to Basics because there's two teachers. Haha. Just look for the playlist on my channel. You'll find it. Yeah, y'all look at my playlists. I feel like some people forget I have playlists. I do. And I have all kinds of fun things on there. Your name is Lisa. Well, hello, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry we're about to go, but have fun with the videos. Okay, y'all, here we go. The last two for now. All right. Well, we had a pretty productive live. It was very different, but it was a lot of fun. I hope everybody had fun, had a good time. Boop had fun. Didn't you, Boop? Yeah, he did. If you've got a great idea for what Boop's girlfriend should be named, leave it in the comments down below after the live. It has to begin with a B, though. All of Boop's relatives, they all have B names. So give me a B, letter B, name in the comments below, and I'll know you watched the live. Thank you so much for being here today. I don't know when my next live will be. I didn't know I was going to have 3 this week, but apparently I felt like it, so I did it. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for all the new subscribers. So great to see you. And of course, thank you to my lovely yarn zebras who are here all the time. And I appreciate you. We appreciate you. Remember, life happens, yarn helps, and spoonies can stitch it up too. I'll see you next time.